Oh, you got a good one there. Oh, oh, yes. That was got a little cloud, Good. Oh, you got a good one there. Oh, oh, yes. That was got a little cloud, Good. Oh, you got a good one there. Oh, oh, yes. That was got a little cloud, Good. Oh, you got a good one there. Oh, oh, yes. That was got a little cloud,
What's up, everybody? Bitcoin continues to pump. Exciting times. Welcome in.
Good. Oh, you got a good one there. Oh,
Another beautiful day in the bull market.
yes.
We are in a bull market. Exciting
That was
times, folks.
got a little cloud,
All right. Of the Joe Rogan pump party here. Okay. Let me get my screen settings. Hope everybody's doing well. We'll give some more time for folks to enter in. Let's refresh the Bitcoin price right now. $72,109. Ah, such a beautiful thing. And I say that as someone who's been through multiple bear markets. And of course, the last bear market buying in December 2022, folks. See, Carl, welcome in. Carl says, I think Bitcoin will go to 75 or 85K. G Long 627 says XRP at 70 cents. Let's effing go. Jeremy, what's up? How are you, Jeremy? Wizard says XRP Cone Denif. I'm saying that right. XRP on fire. Yeah, you know, I've been saying, guys, XRP's turn is coming. It's coming. I don't know if you guys seen my episode or my tweets. I put a sell order in at $1.35. I bought at 55 cents, put a sell order in at $1.35. So I was telling you all the liquidity will flow down. It's just a matter of time. It just has to make its way through the market, folks. So great to see XRP moving. Obviously, we want higher gains. So we just have to be patient. And you, of course, want to diversify because you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. You don't want to just bet on one horse. You want to have at least a few so that if one doesn't do well, you know, the other ones can carry you. That's how I look at it. That's what's making me money. So even when XRP was lagging and Bitcoin and Ethereum is pumping, I'm making money because I'm diversified. So exciting times, folks. And Bitcoin continues to move. Broke through, obviously, the all-time high. Massive green candle on the daily chart. Right now, it's $72,113. Exciting times, folks. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you are all doing well. Let me make sure all the streams are working here. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're getting the party started. Bitcoin breaking new all-time highs. Exciting times. Let's see here. Okay, I think we're good to go. All the live streams are working. I'm trying to stream on all platforms and just want to make sure everything's working. Sometimes the technology doesn't keep up. Steady Bull says XRP, baby. JL says XRP is dead versus other faster projects. Well, JL, there's a couple things. One is a speculation layer. What we're seeing right now is a speculation move. The liquidity flowing from Bitcoin down to the altcoins, meme coins, XRP. Now, if you're talking about, future adoption, maybe you have a point. I'm not saying, this is something we have to debate in detail. I'm still bullish on XRP. It's still in the top 10. It got relisted after the XRP lawsuit, the SEC lawsuit. So that's how I'm approaching it. Now, this is why I keep reiterating and ad nauseum, diversify, diversify, diversify. Please don't put all your eggs in one basket. Let's see. Dennis says, thanks for all your hard work, Tony. Thank you, man. I appreciate the support. Trying to bring you guys some great content, of course. Okay, we got 637 people here. We can probably get started. Folks joining from Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, well, X now. So we got people coming in from all over the place. I'm also on Twitch. I'm everywhere, guys. I'm trying to reach as many people as possible. Exciting times. So, folks, Bitcoin, of course, this morning, busting through the all-time highs. Clearly, it was knocking at the door, right? It kept wicking to 70K. Now it is at over $72,000. And if you look at it from the macro with some Fibonacci charts, I mean, incredible stuff. So, we could see at the top of this cycle, if let's say we go to, let me pull this down here. Let's say we go to the 3.618, right? That could put us near 200,000. There's no guarantees, of course. We have to be careful. We have to look at the charts as things progress because you never know, right? Last cycle, I thought Bitcoin was going to 100K and I was wrong, right? But I'm okay saying I'm wrong because I made money. I walked away from the market making money. But you do want to have a plan and stick to that plan, not the emotions. So there's a lot of hype right now. People saying, look, this thing is going straight to 100K by next month, right? I don't know. It may top out at 75K or 80K. It's hard to tell. This is where calling tops is impossible, next to impossible. But if you have a plan and you know where we're at in the cycle, you can start taking profits out. Just like you dollar cost average in, you can dollar cost average out. So keep that in mind. Now, the other factor is the DXY, the dollar currency index, continues to go downwards. That's a beautiful thing. There's a strong downtrend here, and we want the DXY to keep going down so that the assets can keep pumping, right, folks? So that includes risk assets such as Bitcoin and the altcoins and so forth. But just be prepared, folks, for a pullback. Be prepared for a pullback. And to my bullish friends, I am not being bearish. I'm just stating the obvious. That is, a pullback will be coming. It's healthy, and it doesn't mean the bull market's over. Just have it in the back of your mind. We may see a 20 to 30% pullback. And I wanted to keep going high. I wanted to go to 200,000. Guys, that would be incredible for me and my family and my financial situation, because I've often stated, I'm here to make money. I want to pay off debt and do a lot of different things with that money, reinvest it in other real estate properties, maybe another business. So this is how I'm looking at it, folks. I'm looking at using the capital I'm making in the crypto market to give myself more financial freedom, set myself up for retirement. And that's the God honest truth. I have a 6-year-old, I have a wife, I have family, and much more. So I want the price to keep going up, but I've been here multiple times, been around the block. When everyone's euphoric, and it happens in phases, different phases in the market. Just be careful. It might be a pullback coming soon, but have a plan, stick to it. Don't move by emotions. Now, here, Caleb Frenzen, he's a great friend of mine, a great analyst. He said a 6-digit Bitcoin is so much closer than you realize. We're less than 39% away from $100,000. Bitcoin has gained 39% in the past 13 days. We're so close, folks. So I'm hoping that we are able to see this soon. And like I said, it would be incredible, but I'm also cautiously optimistic. Could it run to 85 and then reject and then pull back? Sure. But that's the short-term move. I think we do see six figures before the peak of this bull market. The question is, how high above six figures will it go? And that's the tricky part. Now, what's interesting, Bitcoin's market cap flipped silver's market cap. Folks, that's historic. That's incredible. Silver. We're talking about, a precious metal that's been around for forever and has had a great market cap, and Bitcoin surpassed it. And it will be incredible when Bitcoin eventually passes gold's market cap. It's a beautiful thing to see this happen. I know Peter Schiff and some of these TradFi, silver bugs, gold bugs are not happy this morning. They're crying this morning, but this is the advent of a new technology. It's a paradigm shift. Times are changing. You look throughout history, new technology comes in, disrupts, and if you don't adapt and even adopt to it, or I should say adopt it, you will die, right? Look at Blockbuster and Netflix. That's just one example. You look at the other companies that were disrupted by the internet. Well, you have this global currency and hard cap token supply, and it has a global reach. Anybody can participate. So it's incredible what's taking place, folks. Now, what is driving a lot of the Bitcoin volume is a ton of ETF buying. So here, James Seyfert of Bloomberg highlighted casual week last week for the Bitcoin ETFs in the Cointucky Derby. They're calling it the Cointucky Derby, of course. $33 billion in volume and $2.24 billion in inflows. You can't argue against that, folks. And remember, even if you don't hold Bitcoin, please listen to me very carefully. Even if you don't hold Bitcoin, you want it to go as high as possible, because what we've seen, Bitcoin is the gateway, the doorway for the liquidity to flow down to the altcoins. Bitcoin is the rising tide that lifts all boats. So please understand these market principles. I didn't create the rules. I don't want it to be that way, but that is the way it is. And if you're looking to make money, you have to understand the concept. So we want Bitcoin to do as well as possible, because the liquidity flows down to the alts from it as it pumps higher. Now, that may change over time, but as of right now, the reality of the situation is Bitcoin is the rising tide that lifts all boats. Now, folks, as I'm stating, the alts will follow Bitcoin's lead. Here, Rect Capital highlighted the following chart showing the altcoin market cap is in the process of a history-making retest right now. Now, this is just the retest. This is just the retracement to the all-time highs. We still have like another leg up beyond that, right? Because we've seen historically many altcoins break out beyond the retracement. So he says here, now turning the $315 billion level in the red into new support. Successful retests here will precede a move to the final $425 billion, the black line resistance. So the alts, of course, are lagging behind Bitcoin, as I stated, right? Bitcoin moves, then the liquidity flows to the alts. So they're going to lag behind. But we're just in the retest phase. We are looking for all-time highs. And I know there's a lot of XRP people here who are like, hey, XRP is moving. Yeah. And look, I was here in 2017, 2018 when XRP did new all-time highs, moving to $3.60. Some exchanges had $3.84. So I'm patiently waiting. I'm also swing trading it. As I've told you guys, I bought at 55 cents recently, and I have a sell target at $1.35. Not financial advice, just being transparent what I'm doing. I also have a long-term hold bag on Bitcoin, Ethereum. I have some Solana, not that much though, compared to my other holdings. I have some Avalanche, I have some Polkadot, I have Chainlink, I have Polygon. I do not have any Tron. I think Tron is a crap project. I don't own any Bitcoin Cash. I don't have any Uniswap. I have a little bit of Litecoin from the previous bull market, so I'll be looking to liquidate that. I have a little bit of Filecoin. Let's see. What else do I have? I have a little bit of, I can't talk. I have a little bit of Stacks as well. I have a good amount of Render. Many of you know. I took a big bet on the AI tokens Render and FET made me a lot of money recently, guys. I have some Stellar. I have some HBAR. So as you can see, I'm diversified. I don't have all the coins in my portfolio, but I'm diversified. So even if 1 or 2 or 3 are not doing well, the others are carrying my portfolio. So that's how I've been approaching it and how it's been working out for me. Now, let's take a look at the social trends for the coins that are trending in the social market, the top 10 at least. This was updated 16 minutes ago by our partner Santiment. And right now, BlockNet, I have no idea about this project, but they are trending very strong. I think they have a big marketing campaign going on. Here, the summary here is the word block is trending due to multiple mentions in tweets about block and get block games, with users expressing excitement and bullish sentiment. So it's a gaming token, Web3 gaming. And I actually have an interview with a Web3 gaming platform, Blocklords, coming for you guys soon. Now, second is Bitcoin. No surprise here. Bitcoin's been rampaging, of course. XRP at number 3, but its sentiment is still negative. I think this will switch maybe in another few hours as people start to see the price action. So be patient, guys. But XRP has some negative sentiment right now, largely negative. Hex, I don't hold any Hex tokens. I don't know if any of you do, but it is trending here in number 4. ETH at number 5. That makes sense. It's pumping. Gala at number 6. Cello, I think Cello is trending because Tether said they're going to launch on Cello or something like that. Solana at number 8. And you have here Electronium. Wow. Talk about a blast from the past. This thing is back up again. And then finally, Rari. This is the Rarible platform where they sell NFTs. They have a token. So those are your top 10 trending. Once again, XRP, though, the one with, obviously negative sentiment here, but I think that's going to flip as people start to see the price movements. A lot of people have been not happy, but I haven't been here for multiple bull markets. I know XRP is a laggard. I know in the past bull market cycle, the reason it didn't pump was because of scumbag regulator Gary Gensler and the SEC. Well, I should say Jay Clayton, corrupt clown Jay Clayton filed a lawsuit against Ripple, ran out the door of the SEC the next day. XRP gets delisted from different exchanges, and then it couldn't participate in the bull market, essentially. Well, this time around, it has been relisted. It has gotten some clarity. That is a narrative. I'm not saying that's the most important narrative, and some people try to make that a big thing, but I think it is a narrative, but it's not as big as people think. My thing is that it has a lot of pent-up demand, and also, it's been relisted and there's a lot of coverage around it with the lawsuit. So that's good for the token. But great to see it's moving. And once again, I have that trade in place, folks, and I have my long-term hold bags. Now, folks, Donald Trump, I don't know how many of you saw this, was interviewed on the phone by CNBC Squawk Box, Joe Kernan. And I was saying the last time Donald Trump was at a town hall about a month ago, and I said the man is warming up to Bitcoin. He's not bashing it like he was in 2019. And for those of you who don't remember, when he was president, he literally tweeted out in 2019, I am not a fan of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, which are not money and whose value is highly volatile and based on thin air. Unregulated crypto assets can facilitate unlawful behavior, including drug trade and other illegal activity, yada, yada, BS. Fast forward to 2024, March 11th, the man goes on CNBC and he says, I think of it's an additional form of currency. We did a limited edition sneaker run of 1,000 sneakers, and you can go through crazy new currencies. I like staying with the dollar. He always says that. That's fine. But he said they accepted Bitcoin. He's been building on Bitcoin ordinals, and he's been doing a whole bunch of NFT stuff. So he's not outright coming and saying, I love Bitcoin, But the point is, he's not hating on it. He doesn't have a negative viewpoint anymore. He has more of a neutral viewpoint. That is a massive win, guys. That is a massive win. And it puts up a signal. Donald Trump, former president, whether you love him or you hate him, that's not the point. The point is a former president who's also running up for presidency in this campaign is softening his tone on Bitcoin. Folks, we are in very bullish times. So Bitcoin and crypto is seeping into the mainstream. People can't ignore it anymore. They're becoming educated about it. And you're noticing that education is helping to change their view. Once again, it's not that they have to love it and they have to come out and say it's the best thing. But if they can just be neutral about it, that's a massive win. They're no longer on the other side of the spectrum hating on it, saying it sucks or it's garbage, right? Or it's a fad because they were uneducated or they were reading headlines. So huge win here, in my opinion. When you look at the psychology of markets and what people are looking at in the media and how they invest. And the timing, of course, is pretty great because the price is going up. These are signals that drive retail nuts. Oh, Donald Trump loves Bitcoin, right? Or he has NFTs. You can buy his sneakers with Bitcoin. Folks, psychological barriers are being broken down. I hope you guys understand that. So guys, it's great to see. Once again, he's not a full-on supporter, but I say he's more neutral, and his campaign has adopted it with selling their NFTs and their sneakers and all that, right? Once again, you love him or you hate him. That's besides the question. The fact of the matter is adoption's taking place. It's amazing what's happening. Now, MicroStrategy. Wow. These guys are crazy, man. Michael Saylor is crazy. I think Michael Saylor is like a drug addict, but his drug is Bitcoin. The man keeps buying Bitcoin nonstop. This morning, he tweeted out MicroStrategy has acquired an additional 12,000 Bitcoin for approximately $821.7 million using proceeds from the convertible notes and excess cash for approximately $68.477 thousand per Bitcoin. As of March 10th, MicroStrategy hodls 205,000 Bitcoin acquired for 6.91 billion at an average price of 33,706 per Bitcoin. Guys, I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless because Michael, I don't know what you're doing, man, but it seems it's working out for you. I was really worried for Michael in the bear market because they raised a lot of debt, right, to go buy a lot of Bitcoin. And I was concerned, man, because if he would have collapsed, MicroStrategy and his strategy would have collapsed, that would have been brutal for the crypto market. But thank goodness he made it through on the other end, and his bet is going to pay off, guys. He's on the other side of he's crossed the chasm, right? Where BlackRock and all these guys are trying to get as many Bitcoin as possible. The ETFs are filling up, so it's going to pay off for him. He might be one of the richest men in the world within the next 10 years, guys, as this asset continues to grow. It was a big move. It was a bold move. You got to have balls of steel to do what he did, and it paid off. But look, at the end of the day, he was a multi-millionaire, right, before he got into Bitcoin. So I don't feel sorry for him or too worried for him, because if it all collapsed, he still walked away with millions. He still got his personal wealth. But incredible stuff what Michael was able to achieve here. Let's see here, guys. Quick word from our sponsors. Uphold, great platform I use to buy Bitcoin and altcoins. You can also trade precious metals on here, such as gold, silver, palladium, platinum. Also, VeChain is one of our sponsors. They are one of the top layer 1 blockchains out there, serving enterprises, working with BMW, PwC, Givenchy, Walmart, China, even Boston Consulting Group. They're building tons of great decentralized apps and Web3 apps as well. And as well as BitGo, one of the tier 1 crypto custodian services out there, folks. And Nike uses them to custody their NFTs. Pantera Capital, Bitstamp, Bitcoin IRA uses them as well. They also custody some of the Bitcoin ETFs out there. They got like hot wallets, custodial wallets, self-managed cold wallets, NFT wallets as well. So be sure to check out BitGo. All right, guys, I want to answer some questions here. We can talk a bit about what else you guys got going on. So If you got questions, leave them in the chat. Happy to answer them. Happy to take a look at some tokens. Let's see here. John Karn says, and Michael won't talk to me anymore. Oh, John Karn, he's always been crazy. Talking about Michael Saylor. Let's see here. Lewis XRP says, hey, Tony, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well, brother. I hope you're doing well as well, man. Great to see the price up this morning, of course. Ralphie says, how about Caspa, Tony? So I've heard of Caspa, but I don't hold any of the tokens. And once again, it's not because I don't like the project or anything like that. It's just I don't have enough money and I can't spread myself too thin, right? And it all depends on your entry price. What price did you get in at? So let's take a look at Caspa right now. It's currently at 15 cents. What's the tokenomics on this? Let me see. Tokenomics are important, folks. So let's see. Total supply right now, or circulating supply, is at 22,900,000. Is that 22 million? No, 22 billion. So max supply is 28.7 billion. It looks like here. But yeah, I mean, look, I don't know too much about this project. Seems to be doing all right. Looks like it's hitting some all-time highs recently based on its history. But if you're making money, folks, that's a good thing, right? Let's see what other questions we got here. Alan Jackson, good morning, Tony. Hey, Alan, welcome. Let's see here. Mohammed Arif says, what do you think of VET? Mohammed, I am bullish on VeChain. I have been holding the VET token for years. Once again, they are a sponsor, but I'm not saying this because they're a sponsor. Because before I had them as a sponsor, many of you know I have VET in my portfolio since like 2018. If you've been an OG subscriber to this channel, I've been holding VET for a long time. So I believe VET is going to go on a run, folks, this bull market cycle. Not financial advice, so please do your own research. Look at the charts. But you can see here from its all-time highs of 25 cents in the 2021 bull market, we are nowhere near any type of retracement. I think it could go to 50 cents and possibly higher this bull market cycles. Once again, I know I hold it in my portfolio, and you can say, Tony, you're talking your bag. I understand that, but just look at the charts, right? If you go study it yourself, you can see that it has potential to at least retrace, but I think to go higher for sure. I think 50 cents. That's my sell target, honestly, to start taking profits. And if it goes higher, that will be beautiful. I'll be incredibly happy there. Brandon Grinstead says, Tony, have you looked into Casper at all? Brandon, I've looked at it a little. I've heard some good things. I know like guys who I follow, like Kevin Cage and so forth, are big into Casper. So which Casper should I be looking at? Okay, this one. It seems like a very promising project. Is this the right one I'm looking at, guys? Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is the right one. It is getting adoption, and I think it has certainly, it looks like it has good tokenomics. Max supply, total supply, 12 billion. So that's not bad. Obviously I need to research the tokenomics more and the release schedules and so forth. So it looks like it has potential. It's down significantly from its all-time high, which was $1.35 or something like that. So it looks like it hasn't really moved, if I'm looking at the right thing. So sometimes, though, this is where, similar to XRP, we got to wait a little bit. We got to be patient because the liquidity hasn't hit it yet. As we've been talking about Bitcoin, the rising tide that lifts all boats, the liquidity flows from Bitcoin down to the alts. We saw the meme coins were running crazy, right? Now we're seeing XRP wake up. It may be time for Casper to wake up soon, right? So this is where you got to have patience, and you also have to diversify. There's no guarantee that your coin is going to pump and do well because there's different factors. But if you diversify, you can find yourself taking profits on these different tokens as they start to retrace or hit new all-time highs. Now, I'm not really taking any profits on alts from my long-term bag. I do have a swing trade bag for XRP. Like I said earlier, I bought it 55 cents, going to sell it around $1.30, 35 cents. So that's the swing trade that I do separately. My long-term hold bags, I'm waiting for later this year into 2025, if we make it to 2025, as far as the blow up top, to take profits. So that's how I'm approaching it. Let's see here with some other questions. JC says, hey, Tony, hello from Fort Lauderdale. Do you own any Casper? Hey, JC, I don't have any Casper, but it looks like it could do okay. I have to research a bit more. Dennis Gosen says, Tony, just want to thank you being here since 2018 with you, believing because of your content. Dennis, thank you, man. And I hope, I've been helpful in bringing content, and that, you bought the bottom and you're going to sell the highest, right? That's, at the end of the day, you have to do your own research, but I tried to preach the investment principles and the cycles of the market. And I hope that resonated and people are, taking action accordingly. Phil Van says, are you bullish on ADA? Yes. So I have some Cardano. I apologize. I completely skipped over ADA. Sorry, Charles Hoskinson. But I believe ADA is going to go on a run as well. I think ADA still hasn't fully woken up yet. It's moving a little bit, but, still hasn't really woken up. You know what? Let me use the charts. It's easy to tell on the charts here. Let's go to the retracement. Oh, come on. Trading View. Don't freeze on me. Okay, let's find ADA here. Let's use Binance. Why not? All right. So ADA, if we look at it here, still early in its retracement move. So if I can zoom out here. So at the top of the previous bull market, ADA went up to like $3, right? So potentially it's still early in its retracement move, meaning that it hasn't even gone back to like the 618 or even retested its all-time highs. So that could happen later in the bull market, right? I think the liquidity will hit it. We're seeing the liquidity hit XRP now. And this is where, guys, you can go to TradingView and pull up the charts. Obviously, follow other great analysts and traders like BC Backer, Alessio Rastani, and so forth, Caleb Frenzen, and so forth. So, the retracement usually happens here, but then, we're looking for the retest of the all-time high and then to continue going higher to new all-time highs. So there's phases to this. And this is where you have to understand, it's not just going to go up in a straight line. There are phases. It's going to pump, retest its old supports, retracement levels, yada, yada, build support. And then this is where you want to be patient and see, okay, can we go to higher highs, right? As far as a price prediction, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I'm not great at price predictions outside of maybe Bitcoin, because that's the one I've studied the charts the most of. So we'll have to wait and see what ADA decides to do. But I am bullish. To answer your question, yes, I'm bullish on ADA. I have some ADA in my portfolio. And I'm actually trying to get Charles Hoskinson back on the podcast. Taz says, do you hold any ICP? Okay, so Taz, something interesting. I don't hold any, but I've been exploring, looking at some data, such as development data. Internet Protocol, ICP, has been going bonkers, as far as development activity. Let me show you guys here. This is data from Sentiment, by the way. Let's sort this by developer activity. Look at this. ICP at number 4 for most developer activity in the past 30 days. Status is number 1, Chainlink at number 2, Cardano at number 3. So we were just talking about Cardano, and Internet Protocol at 4. This is not the only metric or correlation to price, but it is a factor if you're going down the checklist of what impacts the price of tokens. Obviously, I told you guys about the macro. The macro is liquidity flowing from Bitcoin down to the alts. That's speculation, rising tide. But then there's other factors such as narratives. There's other factors such as developer activity. A lot of people are building on this blockchain and so forth, right? Now, this is a 30,000 foot view of the metric. We would have to drill down into it to see what is happening, validate this information. But that's a good sign for those of you holding internet protocol. Reverend Flashback says, wow, Tony does a live stream. Great to see you. Yeah, great to see you as well. It's the bull market. So I've started to do live streams. Let's see here. JC says, Tony, thank you for taking my questions. Do you own any AI tokens or any GameFi tokens? Thank you so much. So I don't have any GameFi tokens, but I do have AI tokens too. That is Fetch.ai and Render. I took some profits on Fetch already. Render has been ripping. Both of these tokens just going bonkers, man. Let me see if I can pull some data here from Sentiment. That is maybe helpful. Trending coins. Let's see. Crypto narratives. By the way, this is Sentiment, a great platform with a lot of data, metrics, and so forth. As you can see, I'm using as many data points as possible because more you know, folks, knowledge is power. You want to be an educated investor and look at all aspects of the market. So I don't think I have any AI items here right now, but to answer your question, like I said, I'm using Fetch. I'm invested in Fetch and Render. And I had shared, guys, the proof of my profits taking from Fetch. Now this thing has been pumping, so I'm not telling you to go buy into it. Please be careful. Look at this chart. It's going nuts, right? So be careful. We are still early in the bull market, but just be careful because I don't want people to go buy tops or pumps and then they don't make a great return. So you have to be careful. You buy when it's correcting, buy when there's blood on the streets. And that could be even in a bull market, maybe after a 20 to 30% pullback, which I do think may be coming soon. I am not a bear. I am a bull, but I'm being cautiously optimistic, right? We got to be careful. Render, look at that. Insane pump. And I spoke about this in December 2022 and even early in January 2023 that I was going to invest in these tokens because the AI narrative was going to be a big one in this bull market, just like DeFi summer was in the last bull market. Obviously, the biggest narrative is the Bitcoin ETFs, but you want to look for these different narratives and take your bets. Anish Ali says, why is near pumping? Well, Anish, it goes back to the liquidity flow. Meme coins were going nuts, right, off of the liquidity flow from Bitcoin. The liquidity is flowing down into the market. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. It starts at Bitcoin and then it starts to flow down. And many of these coins, as I was just showing with Cardano, have to do their retracements and then go back to test their all-time highs, right? Sometimes you don't need a narrative. It's just the liquidity coming in. There's so much liquidity. Whales and different people are circulating their profits from different coins into other coins. And this is how it has played out historically. Once again, it's not what I want or what I didn't make the rules. That is just what I've seen in the market, the behavioral pattern. So this is, once again, another item you put in the back of your mind. Corrections, 20 to 30% can happen in the bull market. Liquidity flow from Bitcoin down to altcoins. And sometimes some of these altcoin categories have to wait their turn. Meme coins were going crazy. And people are like, how the hell is meme coins going crazy? Why isn't Near pumping? Why isn't Cardano pumping? Why isn't XRP pumping? Well, the liquidity hasn't left the meme coins yet. See, I hope this is resonating, guys. And you understand what I'm saying. Let's see. What other questions we got here? Brandon Grinstead says, cheers to Elon eventually accepting your interview offer. Yeah. Yeah, I would love to have Elon on. That would be amazing. I would be over the moon, guys, if I am able to have Elon. And once again, it's not that like I'm an Elon fan or I love somebody or they're like, I love to talk to different people, even if I don't agree with them, to see what I can learn from them. And Elon is obviously, once again, you may not like him as a person, but you can't deny the man's a genius and all the things he's accomplished. And sometimes you just want to build your network and be in the network of those folks and see what can you learn from them and what insights can you gain from them so that you can take that information and better yourself, right? And I just want to learn more about Elon, not even about crypto, but talk about AI and technology and the future of the world and space exploration. It's just fascinating to me, and I love learning about stuff like that. Marcus Dunn says XRP pumping. Yep, XRP is starting to move, guys. Once again, the liquidity. I was telling people, many didn't want to listen to me, right? XRP's turn was coming. It was coming. Let's pull it up here on the charts so we can take a look at the retracement levels here. Let's see. Yep. There we go, folks. There we go. Oops. We're seeing that move upwards. So it's got some ways to go, obviously, to go back to just even the previous high of in 2021. But like I said, this move was diminished due to the delisting of XRP, but it's fully relisted. So whether you love or hate it, once again, it doesn't necessarily need a narrative, because the liquidity flow from Bitcoin, that's one layer. And once you accept that in your mind, there's natural speculation liquidity that is flowing from Bitcoin down to the altcoins. Then you can layer your narratives on top of it. Okay. So Scotty Bones, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that donation. He says, love your channel. In the past, countries have confiscated gold from citizens. It is conceivable that the US government could seize the ETF Bitcoin. Scotty, so here's the thing. I never say anything is impossible. It is possible that they could do that. The question is it highly probable? And look, we don't know what the future holds. So I don't fully close the door on that. While I don't think that is highly probable, there is possibility it could happen. So that's how I like to look at things, right? This is where you look at everything and you put a probability score. What's the likelihood of this happening? Because you can't rule it out. You can't say it's impossible. So thank you for the donation, Scotty. Okay, where are we at? Okay, XRP, right? So you can see here, XRP is still early. It still has ways to go. It's not even at retesting the 618, which would put it at the $1.35. That's where I put my sell target. I bought at 55. I'm looking to sell it at the $1.35 area. But, as we all know, it'll pull back and build support and then keep going up and blah, blah, blah. And we want to see a move to all-time highs, right? So this is where you got to be patient and have a plan, have your sell targets, write down your plan, guys, put it on paper and stick to it, because this market will take you for an emotional roller coaster ride. And you have to have your plan. So like if XRP, for example, hits $5, boom, I'm starting to take some profits, possibly even $4. I'm still working my sheet out and the profits I want to take, but I have it all set for Bitcoin. I have it all set for Ethereum and the other tokens, Cardano as well. Have it written out, folks. Put it in a Google Docs or a spreadsheet, whatever you want to do, whatever's comfortable for you. And just make sure you're walking away from this bull market having made money. And I've been preaching for years, diversify. It's important. Obviously, don't put 100 tokens in your portfolio, but have enough where if one or two don't do well, the others can carry your portfolio and you walk away with money. The bull market does not last forever. Likewise, the bear market doesn't last forever, but it's tough to be in the bear market and not have walked away with profits from the bull market. I learned my lesson a long time ago about this. And I look, sometimes experience is the best teacher. So even though I'm saying these things, some people have to experience it and be like, oh, you know what? Tony was right. Damn, this sucks. I should have took some profits, because it's the bear market again. It's bloody. And I could have used that money and then, be in a better place. So please, guys, walk away from this bull market having made money, and make sure you avoid the lottery mindset that you have to make $10 million, right? Sometimes that's not possible in this bull market cycle. It may be in the future bull market cycle, because we just don't know what the markets are going to do. We just don't know where they're going to top out. So walk away with money. And here's a strategy I've used to grow my portfolio. Some of the profits I took in the last bull market, I of course went and spent it. I paid off debt, right? So I went to Vegas. No, I'm just kidding. But I took some of that money. Guess what I did? Reinvested it. Went in December November, December 2022, blood on the streets, everybody's scared. FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried. I started buying. I started buying the AI coins. I started buying Bitcoin, right? Taking some of the profits I made at the top of the bull market. And once again, not all of my profits I invested. I took some of the, like I said, I took some of those profits, went and spent it, did stuff, live life, right? Put some in other retirement savings and so forth. So you got to have a strategy. And that may be your cash out plan, how you plan to use that money, put it on paper, think about it. You know, I've had conversations with my wife, like, here's what I want to do after I cash out and so forth, right? So when you have a plan, it's going to make things a lot easier when the price is going insane and the feeling of FOMO kicks in and the feeling of, oh, it's going to keep going higher, guys. It's going to keep going higher. It's not going to stop. No, no, no. What's my plan? Start dollar cost averaging out. Marcus Dunn says, AI, artificial liquid intelligence, and MXC are good AI tokens. I'll check those out, Marcus. I haven't heard of those. Let's see. Marcus Dunn says YouTube has your voice sound different. Yeah, I'm not sure. People say that. I think it's when I process my videos, I think that the tool does some stuff to the voices. I don't know. I have to double check, but that's what people have been saying. David Dixon says, Tony, what's your take on Phoenix PHB AI token? I have not heard about that. Let's see, Phoenix PHB. I honestly have not heard of that. I have Render and Fetch. Those are the ones I've been holding. Let's do PHB. All right, let's see here. Phoenix. Looks like it's been pumping. Well, all AI tokens have been pumping. It looks like it has good tokenomics. Max supply only 64 million. So some of you may be saying, why are you looking at the max supply? Why are you looking at the tokenomics? Because the smaller the supply, the more potential the returns on the tokens, because it doesn't need as much liquidity to pump and to go higher. So this is another important factor to look at. The larger just the supply of a token, the harder it is for it to have significant gains. I'm not saying it can't make gains, but just when we're talking about ROI and percentages, some may ask, like, Solana, how come Solana is doing so great? Well, look at Solana's max supply, guys, for example. And look, Ethereum, Bitcoin has the smallest total supply as far as coins in the top 20, followed by Ethereum. And I think Solana is next. But let me pull it up here. Sorry, guys. That is a factor. Solana only has here 571 million, just over 571 million tokens total supply. That's actually good, conducive to the price being able to move pretty well, because less supply, more, and as the demand grows, you have that supply demand economics playing out. And it, once again, doesn't need as much liquidity to move it. So this is where you need to understand these factors as well. Taz says QNT has the smallest supply. Oh yeah. Sorry. Taz says, I meant in the top 20. Obviously QNT has a smaller supply as well. Vittorio says here from Italy, hey Vittorio, welcome. Man, what is happening with XRP? Well, like I said, guys, it's XRP's turn. The liquidity has hit it. It went from meme coins, it went from Solana and all that now. And don't be surprised if Cardano starts moving as well. Ivan Hernandez says, Tony, do you anticipate a big leg down before the halving? We've been due for a correction. Ivan, it's possible. This is where I was saying earlier, be careful. We could see a 20 to 30% pullback. Doesn't mean the bull market's over, just a healthy correction. But Bitcoin may have so much momentum right now. It just keeps running up. I mean, so far, everybody's been wrong. Everybody's been wrong, right? Even I thought Bitcoin was going to stop out at the 618 using the Fibonacci models, but it didn't. It kept going. And some were saying, oh, that's it. It tops out at 70 because it's hitting resistance. It broke through 70. So at this point, man, expect it, but don't be surprised if it doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Because market principles do have to play out here, guys. I got about 5 more minutes, and then I got to wrap up the stream. But I can answer a few more questions as well. XRP slave. Why? Hey Tony, why do you know why so many Italians have the same name as you? Marcus Dunn says to the moon. Exciting times, guys. Exciting times. Isn't the bull market great? I know I may sound overly excited, but it's because I went through the bear market, guys. The bloody bear market, FTX collapses, bankruptcies, tons of FUD, right? Down here is tough, man. Right down here is tough. And it's great to be out of that zone. It is great to be out of that, what they would call max pain zone. It is painful to hold through that. But this is where you got to go against the herd and buy the blood on the streets. And then as we're heading up, get ready to sell, have your plan, take your profits. And as I've been stating, guys, diversify and stick to that plan, because the market will take your emotions on a roller coaster. You'll think it's going to keep going higher and higher and higher. It won't. It'll stop at some point. Now, don't get me wrong. I think we are in phase 2 of the bull market. There's still phase 3 to go. Let's see what people are saying. There's probably a lot of tweets about XRP and its price pump. Let's see here. XRP. Oh, here's Peter Schiff with his FUD, guys. Yeah, blockchain backer saying, let's go. XRP getting ready. Exciting times, folks. All right, I got a few more minutes and I can answer some more questions. Let's see. XRP Slave says, that's the advice to be treasured, Tony. Thanks for it. Yeah, absolutely. Zach Bradby says, what's one coin you researched a while back, didn't see any potential, and now is pumping? I would say I wasn't too sure about Render. Render is pumping significantly. Fett.ai, I had an kind of a idea that it would do well, but Render is starting to take off, so it's really good. Let's see here. Yeah, the Donald Trump video is making the rounds here from CNBC this morning. Exciting times. So much fun, guys. So much. Bull markets are so much fun. There's news that the London Stock Exchange is looking to grab up Bitcoin ETFs as well. Wait, let me pull that news for you guys. That's pretty bullish. Let's see here. Yeah, London Stock Exchange to accept Bitcoin, Ether, ETN applications. Folks, it's happening globally. ETFs, ETNs, ETPs, whatever the hell you want to call them, they're being set up all worldwide, on and off ramps. Incredible stuff. So exciting. Like I said, guys, reminder as I wrap up here, have your plan, write it down, because the market will take your emotions for a roller coaster ride. Know what your profit taking strategy is, what you're going to do with those profits. Obviously, make sure you account for taxes. I have all this stuff in a spreadsheet, like what's my capital gains, if it's long-term or short-term, and one of my profits. So I make sure I take that tax money and put it to the side. Then I take the money, pay off some debt, spend it, reinvest it, all that jazz. Do what's best for you and your family. And don't let anyone tell you not to sell. Sell when it's appropriate for you. And once again, as long as you're making money, don't sell at a loss, of course. But as long as you're making money and you're walking away from this bull market with money, you are winning. You are winning, folks, versus the people who are just passively listening to Jim Cramer and losing money. So Ron Weber says Celsius crap. Well, yeah, Celsius is crap for sure. Let's see. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to try, if the price action continues, we'll continue to do live streams this week. Thank you for watching and listening. Like I said, check out my sponsors, Uphold, VeChain, and BitGo. Links are all in the description. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for watching and listening. Sign up for my free email newsletter as well. It's 100% free. Follow me on all the social media platforms, LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. I'm everywhere putting out content, guys. It doesn't cost you anything to follow me on these platforms. It really helps. And let's see how high XRP continues to go. Obviously, like I said, we're still in the early innings here. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. And I'll talk to you all later.